welcome to Xavia Fox Talks, and of course I am your host, Xavia Fox. We are back here today to film part 2 of Brothers of the Round Table because they had so much to say the last time until we had to come back for part 2. Today we are talking about women. I wonder what these brothers got to say about us today. What are their thoughts? I got wind of a question that they have in mind. If we ask them out, are we supposed to pay? And does that mean that we're automatically trying to give them some? Well, we're going to touch on that subject as well, but I am going to turn over the mic to the Brothers of the Round Table. Let's welcome them back.
All right, well, I'm going to kick it off today. My name is Sherwood, and my question that we're going to put to the round table is, what's the idea of the perfect woman?
What you think, Sherwood?
Does she exist?
Well, you know,
No.
that, you know, I know a lot of people are going to get a little grief because they always going to say that there's no such thing as perfection. So we can use it just in general terms as being as perfect as one can be. You know, I always say that I think admirable traits are that of a woman when she's well-rounded. I think when she has a nice level of spirituality, a mental concept of life, being able to be emotionally sound, and also having attractive physical attributes. I think exactly, you know, or attractive. And I think that once a person have those, at least those 4 things, I think that if they can progressively improve on those things, then I think that that's striving to a higher plane or in life, and that's the ideal woman.
Now, I'm really just right behind you on that. Is that, again, the question is for relationships. So you're talking about the perfect woman in a relationship. So really, the perfect woman in a relationship is the perfect woman for that individual person. You know, I don't think, you know, what might be perfect for somebody else might not be perfect for, you know, the next
Well, I'm
person.
glad you put it as far as a relationship, because there's the perfect one
Right.
for the booty call, there's the perfect one just to hang out with, the perfect one just to be on your arm. But out of all those that you have mentioned, which one is more important? Do you want it to be fine first and then spiritual balance?
She gotta be
Well,
fine
before
first.
anybody answers, I know most of y'all gonna say that. See, he just beat me to it.
I'm
She
sorry.
gotta be fine.
Well, that's true.
What is fine? Fine is to what you think is
Physical,
fine.
right.
Your own physical
But it's
person.
still right. But still individual.
Somebody gonna love Precious one day. You
Right,
know, that
exactly.
means somebody gonna find
And see,
her.
that's why I was getting ready to come from a different angle, because me, I'm unorthodox in the way
You take
I
anything.
operate. No, I don't take anything. If Precious was a good fit for me, why not? No, I'm playing. But I'm
How's the head skills on that?
nothing against that young lady. It's somebody for anybody.
That's true.
But what I was getting ready to say was that men rank looks number 1 on their list. But the problem with that is when you get past, once you get past those looks, then all the other stuff that was on their list, it starts to tape off, because now you're having problems with 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 that was on the list because you put 1 ahead of everything else. And
True.
that and you know, aesthetics is something that's less intrinsically important in my opinion. Because you looking for a woman obviously that's gonna have your back regardless of what she look like. Now, yeah, she gotta look good. You can find one that look good and still have all those attributes.
But does she have to get past 1 first?
Yeah.
She do.
If she didn't have one, you wouldn't even look at her.
Right, but she don't have to be Halle Berry, and I guarantee you, the one that you're gonna lock down, she's not gonna be a Halle Berry or a Beyonce.
You're gonna have that attraction.
Okay,
I put it on my page.
it's not the cold chicks, the one that all the guys that are saying are dimes that guys are putting rings on their finger.
Well, I put on my page
So-
yesterday, I put like 3 things. I put, you had to choose 2 of them. It was, what would you rather have? A woman that's good looking, emotionally stable, and intelligent. And you can only choose 2 out of the 3.
Good looking, emotionally stable, and what?
And intelligent.
And intelligent.
Ooh, gotta go with good
I definitely want
one of those.
I definitely want emotionally
because you can
stable.
tell her how to read a book and get smart.
And you
But
know,
you
look
can't-
at
if she emotionally screwed up, ain't no book for
There's
that.
some women
Right.
that's fine. What's the name? That's married to David Bowie, the former model. What's her name?
Iman.
Man, she like 55 years old. She
still looking.
Man, this woman that's 25 is like, man, she is fine. I'm sorry. So some looks don't. Lena Horne was fine and is still fine.
Yeah.
You know, and she old. I want a woman like that. Don't do that. So you have to look at their mom.
Gracefully, like
Pam
Grier can still.
I'm telling you, but you need to. She can get it. If you look at these women, you look at their mama.
Yeah.
If the mama is busted, chances are she is going to be busted. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. An older sister, you can see, okay, oh, this is what you about 7, 8 years from now. This is what you're gonna look like. You know, those genes are true. I'm telling you.
And just to bring it back to the question, I mean, what's perfect for the person? I think it's the individual. You know, what's
It's on the individual
it's got to be for the, especially in a relationship. What's perfect? What's gonna work for you? You know, some woman might not be able to cook. That's cool because I can cook. You know, so maybe she has all those other attributes, so she's perfect for me. Maybe she bring home the bacon. A lot of women making the money now, so she's doing that part. That's perfect. It works well. Like, I ain't got no problem cooking. You know, we work well together. Keep on and make sure this mortgage get paid.
But I think though it's still centered around basics. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's a lot of different traits that a person can have that shows variety between one woman from the next. But I think when we talk about the ideal or that perfect woman, I think there has to be some groundwork for everybody. I think we have to agree on some things as far as because you know, one woman may feel that, hey, you know what, I'm selfish, and if you don't like it, somebody else will. Well, that's not one of those type of attributes that you want to be able to have in any woman.
But again, when you spoke on general, but what about spiritual? Just say, okay, I'm not marrying a woman that's not a Christian.
But that's not necessarily Christian and spiritual. It can intertwine, but it don't have to be.
A lot of people can say they're Christian, but and then somebody can say that spiritually they're grounded, they're in touch with themselves. Maybe you know they read the Bible every day or whatever they do.
All right, so what? If we do 4, what do you say? Okay, so we got good looking. Everybody agree that she got to be
emotionally stable.
Emotionally stable.
She can't be crazy, man, at all.
Well, you're not gonna get that, so that's
you don't want it at all.
She has to be intelligent, obviously, and I say that lightly because most of the women I meet are very intelligent. There is, to me, in my own opinion, there are. I don't know. You understand?
No, I'm just saying that interchangeable. No, because they're interchangeable. When you talk about intelligent women, I've seen intelligent women act the damn fool like they ain't got no sense because they emotionally unstable and they do some dumb stuff. I've seen women that are intelligent and ain't got no common sense.
Well, but
that's what I was going to say.
I think you kind of define that intelligence because I think sometimes we kind of use that word a little bit loosely. A person can be smart and get good grades in school, but that don't mean they're intelligent. A person that is intelligent can not have a lot of education, but they know they're intelligent to know to be nice to an individual, to be considerate to an individual, to communicate if you have a problem. So I think if a person is intelligent, it does alleviate craziness.
Okay, so
there's different measuring sticks for what intelligence means, emotional intelligence.
Right, and that's where I was going. We're talking about a difference between being book smart and being emotionally intelligent. Emotionally stable.
I'd rather go at the stable.
Emotionally stable.
Because emotionally stable is important, I think.
But now the thing about smart intelligence is that you can regurgitate it, you smart. Intelligence to me, if you can apply it.
Exactly.
Right.
And
if you can't apply it, then you just
emotionally stable and good looking.
Yeah, you just emotionally stable and good looking.
You know, in my opinion, like let me go back to what I was saying. Most of the women I run into they highly educated, they smart. I mean, I'm the type of brother that I don't mess around with dummies, or at least I try not to. I've had my share of women who my mother would say are less than me, but for the most part, most of the women that I run into in the circles that I run into are very intelligent. So for me,
you said smart first.
Okay, smart. Well, okay.
See, you saying smart as book smart.
Right.
I'm saying
that's what you say.
Right. And that's don't make
and then on top of that emotional intelligent piece, sometimes you're not gonna know that right away. The more you can meet them, they sound good, they smell good, they look good, they can carry themselves well. You get to know them a little bit.
And
you
she
start
said, I
seeing
just
some
got my
signs.
GED.
You know, I'm not even talking about
but see,
I'm talking about the emotional.
How you talking?
Yeah, they're very.
You'd be like,
well, see, if that's it, then that's their representative then.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, well.
But you know what? I need to ask you before I forget. That kind of turns you on as far as the intelligence of that woman, right?
Because I mean that's a compliment to me because I'm an intelligent guy.
So let's just say that you're in an establishment. This woman, you look over one woman. Oh man, no. This other woman comes up. You like, now that's a piece right there. And you introduce yourself, whatever game you throw, that's what you do. And she says something so whack, you go, you know what? Thank you very much. And then you're sitting there, and the same woman that you just immediately dissed because of her looks comes up to you and says something so philosophical. You're like, damn. Now, does that change your perspective? Like, there's like, you know what? She don't look that bad after all.
Well, no. If we're talking about somebody who is horrid, somebody I can't stand to look at, and when I wake up in the morning, I roll over, I want to say, why are you still here? Then that's different. But if we talking, I'm just saying.
Felt good to get that last drink.
I'm just saying. I gotta get married.
What's that word you young guys use now?
What's that?
Boning?
Smashing or whatever. Crushing or whatever.
Those are older too. That's another one.
What's I don't know what you young guys use nowadays.
That's what I was saying. Obviously, her looks, the way she looks, the way she presents herself and carries herself physically, that's a qualifier initially, right? Exactly. Okay. So then, after I get past that, then I'm looking at her mental state, her level of intelligence.
But
Prozac.
How do you really look at the mental state?
Yeah,
how do you? Because that's something that really progresses over time.
That's gonna take time.
I mean, it ain't like you just. I mean, you wake up and she's just staring at you.
I think that one of the things that needs to be part of that element is just the person's ability to grow, being progressive.
Right.
Because no matter where you're at, if you can still find yourself enhancing your intelligence, enhancing your beauty, enhancing your emotional state, then that makes an ideal woman. Because I think we got to because women might sit back and say, well, what is that ideal woman? What that perfect woman is? And if they only hear that, okay, they gotta look good, then it's like, okay, isn't that what they talking about? It's just a typical man. I think that that's one of the things that we look at. But as you all know, some people can have so many negative things come out of them, no matter what they look like, it just makes them look ugly.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Let me, give some groundwork for what I think is a perfect woman. I think woman should be, she should be spiritually grounded. She should be a good person, treat people, fairly. I think those are some things that I think guys can agree on.
Right.
Of course, we already expressed the physical attraction. It keeps herself up. Beyond just, I'm putting on a lace front and walking out the door. A woman who is intelligent, that's if she's achieved some level of education, if she hasn't done that, then some reasonable equivalent. I think guys can agree to that. I think a woman that potentially could be a good mother to my children, that treats children kindly and don't look at them as some sort of burden. I think that would be something that guys can agree on that as well. And then someone that I could actually go around and take it around different settings and surroundings, and she won't embarrass me. I think guys can agree with that. Yeah. And then a woman that I can talk to and tell her about who I am, my background, what I'm all about, and not her coming back to me in an argument and using that as evidence against me. I think you guys can agree on that.
Right.
And lastly, some support that if the things that I'm doing, that she wants to advance those things. She may even ask to help with some of those different things. If she doesn't, if she's not able to help, then she can say, honey, you're doing a great job. They're able to lift me and prop me up. I think that guys can definitely agree upon those different.
I think it's shut down right there. I mean, you get the points.
And you said lastly, but that last point I think needs to go high up on that list. Because,
absolutely.
Because a woman, if you got a man that's leading and he's doing what he needs to do, she needs to be able to operate around your game plan. That's provided that you have a man that has some dreams, some goals, some ambitions, and wants to take the family in a certain direction. Yeah. So in supporting and facilitating that bigger goal and that bigger dream, she needs to be able to come to the table and say, like you say, pat you on the back and say, hey, you're doing a good job. Honey, you know what I'm saying? I love what you're doing. Stroke his ego a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Loxy, I see you.
This girl, this Fox, thinks she gonna eat loaded yam, the whole thing, but that ain't going on. Jimmy Jam gonna smash it. With my guest, Xavia Fox from Xavia Fox Talks.
And you can tell everybody what you want to be called by.
Xavia Fox here, still on the red carpet, represents X.